I started at the University of Glasgow as a scared 17-year-old who didn't even know what the word matriculate meant. It's been an incredible journey, and a large part of that's due to what I learned and what I got from the University of Glasgow. My name's Thomson. I graduated in 2005 with an MA in Sociology. I am now the head of the Scottish Government in the USA. There's loads of stuff I've done as a civil servant that I've been really proud of. When I worked in economic development, some of the times when you saw jobs and money coming into areas of Scotland as a result of the work you did really made me proud. Some of the fun stuff here, we recently put on a Burns event in the Ambassador's residence, and some of the work we've done at Tartan Week in New York in particular, where you see 50,000 people out in the streets celebrating the contribution of Scots Americans to the US. I think I've had a few career-defining moments, and most of them are about people having confidence in me and taking a chance. Someone at the University of Glasgow really helped my career. Us McCann, who used to be in the Scottish Government, brought me into a team working on the wellbeing economy a few years back, which really allowed me to see the range of different things I could be involved in, expanded my network, and gave me confidence to really kick on in my career. I studied sociology, and some of the things I think that sociology gave me, one was cultural capital, because the breadth of what you study in sociology is hugely wide. I also, as part of my degree, studied psychology, anthropology and philosophy, and all of those things were hugely helpful for me in helping understand the way that I think and the way that other people think as well. My advice for students looking to get into the civil service or international work would be not to give up. I think it took me 5-6 times or more to get through the application process and to find a job that really gave me the launch pad to get to where I am today. Graduates should look to have skills primarily around understanding people-to-people relationships. The main thing is to be able to have great networks, to be able to talk to people, understand their position, and that helps you negotiate with them. And it also helps you make friendships and create relationships which make difficult situations a lot easier. My top tips for developing confidence to work with people in senior positions or people in a wide variety of positions is to fake it a little bit until you make it. It doesn't always come naturally to people to feel confident, especially coming from a working class background. It's not necessarily the thing that jumps out of your personality to be confident. And after projecting confidence, you become more confident. And after having success, that confidence grows and you build, and you're able to project that version of yourself that you want to put out there, regardless of whether you're speaking to an ambassador or a captain of industry or someone working in a trade union who you've got to negotiate with, which I did in one of my previous jobs as well. I wasn't always sure that I wanted to work abroad. I just wanted to have an interesting career, but the experience of coming out here to work in the US has been amazing. It's a huge privilege to represent your country in any respect. To do it in DC, which is the diplomatic and power capital of the world, is really quite something else. I'd recommend anyone considering a career in international diplomacy, whether that be with the Scottish Government, the UK Government, or with international agencies like the UN, where some of my colleagues have gone on to work, to really consider it and give it a try. My favourite memories of my time at Glasgow probably centre around two places, and please don't judge me for either of them. One would be Jim's Bar at the Queen Margaret Union, whether that was going to see gigs and seeing bands that I really enjoyed, spending time with my friends, or even sitting between classes just talking to people and spending a bit of time socialising. The second place would probably be Kelvin Grove Park. I always loved spending time there, and it gave me a sense of perspective. When one class was bothering me or something I was working on was really difficult, walking outside in the park and getting that bit of perspective of the history of Glasgow, the history of the university, and where I sat and how small I was and all of that really helped me recalibrate and recharge my batteries. I started at the University of Glasgow as a scared 17-year-old who didn't even know what the word matriculate meant. I spend my time now here dealing with ambassadors, met Nancy Pelosi, spending time with senators, Congress people, Supreme Court justices, all the way down to the security staff at the embassy and all the way up to the administration. It's been an incredible journey, and a large part of that's due to what I learned and what I got from the University of Glasgow.